Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Driven Wild. Today we are talking about pickup verification on Grubhub. So recently I noticed a few new features on the Grubhub platform that have to do with the new pickup verification system. I've noticed some interesting things about this system. Some are good, some are questionable, some that could completely change the relationship between drivers and restaurants, etc. So in this video, we are talking about everything you must know about the pickup verification system, what they told you versus how it actually is, and everything in between. But before we do that, let's go over a quick disclaimer. The content of this video does not contain and is never intended to be legal, business, financial, tax, or health advice of any kind. This video is for entertainment, educational, and informational purposes only. It is advised that you conduct your own research and consult with qualified professionals before applying anything you find online. I also want to be clear that everything that we're going to be going over is very market to market and case by case. What applies to me in my market may not apply to you. So with that said, let's get started. What Grubhub says about pickup verification. The following information was pulled from the Grubhub help pages under the pickup verification FAQ. Why am I being asked to verify my pickup? We're introducing verification steps to increase the likelihood that every driver leaves with the correct order. This prevents order mix-ups, stops other drivers from accidentally taking your bags, and protects your earnings and account standing by ensuring accuracy at the start of the delivery. Pickup verification is something that both parties desperately need on each side, being drivers and restaurants, and everyone tried to figure it out on their own, but it created a lot of discourse between the two groups. On one hand, you had restaurants that were concerned that they were being stolen from by people pretending to be drivers, by those who yell out picking up for Grubhub or picking up for DoorDash. Heck, it was a TikTok trend for a while to brag about doing that. Just walk in, get an order despite not being a driver, have an old screenshot if you have it, and the employee doesn't actually give a crap and not really checking. They're just handing over the bag and walking away. Not to mention, there are still some drivers who do just unassign after grabbing an order and not confirming that they actually received it. But on the other hand, the methods restaurants have been creating seems to be pushing that risk unfairly onto the driver, as well as manipulating drivers or creating false reports, which end up leading to getting violations on their end. For example, restaurants have forced drivers to claim that they've had the order before completing it, finished packing it, or handing it over at all in the event that the driver stood up for themselves and tried to reason with them and explain how it would affect them and how the system actually works. They were banned from stores for that reason, and false reports were made about them. Chick-fil-A was notorious for that, and it's ironic how such a Christian company condoned discrimination of this nature and treated drivers like criminals just for making a living. Mr. One Extraordinary Pizza in Boca Raton was also notorious for that, leading to a dispute between us that is also public information. That said, when changes of this nature were introduced on DoorDash, the relationships between drivers and merchants became a bit better because they had to verify that they've received the right order, and it removed the questions of did they confirm the order, or is this guy going to steal my food, before they ask if it's going to be a problem. So it's a good move on Grubhub's part, but execution is going to make all the difference. How do I verify an order? Depending on the restaurant, the app will automatically prompt you with one of the three methods: QR code scan, primarily for Wonder restaurants; confirmation code entry, entering a 4-digit code found on the receipt; photo verification, taking a quick photo of the bag or receipt. The app interface will always dictate which specific method to use for your current pickup. So these aren't really new methods either. Uber Eats has a QR scan mode, which sometimes prompts you to use it, and sometimes they print the receipt for you just to not scan it. I'm also not aware what a Wonder restaurant is either, though, so there's also that. Confirmation codes are used quite often in fast food locations, and in the event that they don't have those on the receipt, you may be asked, but you could just say that the receipt doesn't have the code, and then it just defaults to photo verification. Photo verification verification is my favorite among these. They're simple, they're already part of a general workflow for food delivery, and is a universal technique for verification. Of course, no verification system works perfectly, so let's talk about what happens when things go wrong. Troubleshooting and fallbacks. We know things don't always go perfectly at the restaurant. If you encounter an issue, every verification method has a photo fallback option so you can complete the pickup without calling driver care. I feel like this is important feedback, but honestly, I think it would make just as much sense if we just stuck with the photo. Keep it simple. There's no need to complicate an already complicated process. I think a lot of people think delivery is easy because they only see the driver pick up an order and drop it off, not the person on the back end having to verify if it actually got there. So if a customer claims that their order got stolen or something like that, they can confirm that the information is correct. There are a lot of instances where that happens anyway, but nevertheless, there is more that goes on with food delivery than just simply pick up and drop off. If a QR code won't scan, if a code is damaged or the scanner isn't working, tap something's wrong, select code won't scan or code unavailable, you will be prompted to take a photo of the receipt on the bag to proceed. I personally haven't dealt with this firsthand. Most of mine have been photos and one confirmation code request. I'm also not familiar with what a Wonder restaurant is either. I've already mentioned that. I am aware that Wonder, the company, now owns Grubhub, but I'm not familiar which restaurants are considered Wonder restaurants. Let me know in the comments if you'd like me to look into that. If a confirmation code is missing or unreadable, first confirm the receipt type that matches what is shown in the app. If it doesn't match, you'll be moved to the photo flow immediately. If it does match, but you can't find or read the 4-digit code, it's stapled over. Tap I can't find receipt code, select can't read code or code unavailable. You will be prompted to take a photo of the receipt bag to proceed. Ironically, this was in fact the process I had to go through for the one time I actually received a code request. Straight to photo. For certain restaurants, the app will skip codes and ask for a photo of the bag receipt immediately. Simply take a clear shot where the diner's name or order number is visible. Like I said, they might as well make this the sole system because this is also the most common system within Grubhub as well. Why is explicit verification QR code better than a photo? While the photo fallback is always there to keep you moving, the QR code scan or confirmation code provides the highest level of protection for your account. These explicit verifications are the best way to show that you picked up the correct items. First off, I love how they made a clapback knowing damn well that it would be questioned, and I am egotistical enough to believe they made that specifically for me. Second, I could see why they feel that way. A QR code or a confirmation code that can only be confirmed if you have the correct order, as opposed to a photo, which is faster, doesn't confirm accuracy until after the fact. So I can appreciate at least having some systems available to you to verify accuracy before it becomes a problem later. What Reddit says about pickup verification. The next thing I want to cover are some of the concerns from the community. And by the community, I of course mean Reddit. Whenever a platform rolls out a new feature, drivers usually have opinions immediately. So let's see what people actually are saying. Copying DoorDash? All right, I'm not going to give a shout out to every person on this one because there have been so many people saying the same thing on this subject in general and not just on Reddit. But a lot of people have been saying that they're just copying DoorDash. And you know what? Fair. I hate to act like DoorDash is big for the right reasons because there are a lot of people who have gripes with them for very valid reasons, but I still have to give credit where credit is due. Companies don't copy companies for doing something that doesn't work. Not to mention, I kind of like how a lot of these systems are kind of universally operating in the same way. There's no need to reinvent the wheel in a way that isn't helpful. Just keep showing up the right way every time, regardless of which platform you are on in the given moment. However, I would like to mention that I saw this on Uber Eats before I saw it on DoorDash, so there. Grubhub volume issues. Haven't seen this yet, but Grubhub only sends me like 15 orders a day. 10 of them are completely horrible waste of time, no money, I would never do, and 5 are not a loss of money, but still kind of trash. First off, please work on your grammar. I know I'm not the most grammatically correct, but I gotta read this stuff, man. Second, this kind of highlights the issue with Grubhub, as well as why people are so quick to associate updates like this with DoorDash as opposed to saying, oh, look, a new feature on Grubhub. If Grubhub isn't providing enough volume in a way that keeps them on the forefront, it's easy to forget them in general. I'll say this, I have recently been reactivated on DoorDash, and I absolutely noticed how I'm receiving more orders on that platform, as well as more quality orders on DoorDash than Grubhub. So it is definitely noticeable. I am just saying there's a reason why Grubhub went from number 1 to number 3 in the big 3 of delivery apps. Anti-theft? If it keeps drivers from stealing orders, I'm fine with it. I hate going to restaurants and being told that it has already been picked up. Waste less time. I'm sure it's market specific. Maybe, but let's not forget that this may be a tool to fight against fraud after the fact, but it doesn't exactly pop out of the screen and smack the food out of your hand. It doesn't stop bad people from being bad, it only slightly deters it. It's smart so the driver can cover themselves when lying customers strike. Okay, I'm glad that we're acknowledging both sides here, that it protects drivers from fraud as much as it protects merchants. But this is only as good as Grubhub's ability to enforce things the right way. A lot of these companies like to defer these systems to AI, so they don't have to follow the proper procedures to deactivate bad customers, not just create features for the purpose of looking like they're just doing their jobs and not just a human in the Philippines hitting a button and calling it a human review. Reliant on Grubhub receipts. Specifically speaking on the QR code and the number of codes for pickups, Grubhub's ability to verify an order before pickup is specifically dependent on Grubhub's choice to use Grubhub's receipts. The only time I was asked to put in the code to pick up an order, I need to use photo verification to move forward because they use their own receipts instead of Grubhub's receipts, which on paper doesn't sound like a big deal until you realize the codes are only on Grubhub receipts. Unless you write it on, but that adds more work than it's worth. And the entire point of having these receipt systems is to save time, save money, and that creates a different layer of work that is super easy to goof up and create more work for restaurants. Is security more valuable than convenience? Let me know in the comments if you think that's the case in this industry. Grubhub already did this better than most. In terms of order confirmation, Grubhub did something better than Uber Eats and DoorDash already before even leveling up to receipt scanning and codes. They created a system where the order confirmation screen was separated from the leaving store screen in a way that the got order screen changes to the leave store screen, which is incredibly valuable for restaurant and driver relations. When this was done on DoorDash and Uber Eats, they had you confirm all the way to the point of you're on your way to the customer before you even had the order in your hands, which actually put drivers at risk. Those risks included, but weren't limited to, contract violations, poor ratings, and wrongful deactivation. So adding this may not change things that much, but it has worked on other platforms. Final thoughts. Whether drivers are running one app or 5 apps, the reality is clear verification systems benefit everyone involved. Restaurants know orders are going to the right driver. Drivers have more protection against fraud. Platforms have a better data when something goes wrong. And what's interesting is that we're starting to see all of these platforms arrive at many of the same conclusions, whether it's QR codes, receipt scans, photo verification, or confirmation screens. Everyone seems to be moving towards those basic principles. That doesn't mean every platform will execute them well, but it does suggest that the industry is starting to agree on what works and what doesn't. And honestly, that's probably a good thing for drivers, restaurants, and customers alike. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, check out my website, drivenwyld.com. If you would like to learn more about some of the services and gig platforms we have talked about in the past and are offering to everyone involved today. Once again, thank you so much for watching.